And now on to continuing coverage of the Nueces County Medical Examiner's Office. On Tuesday, we told you about people questioning the results of Chief ME Adele Shaker's autopsies. Well, yesterday, Nueces County took the steps to hire a new medical examiner.
But this action comes a year and a half after allegations first made its way to the email inbox of county commissioners and the county judge. Well, those allegations sparked an investigation by the Texas Rangers. And tonight, our Taylor Alanis takes a closer look at what the county knew and when, and why there isn't a single standard of oversight for medical examiners in Texas.
This is what I found. This looks like fraud. A fraudulent autopsy was done.
That's Dr. Stephen Postilnick, the chief medical examiner in Fort Bend County, talking to the Texas Rangers in December of 2020 about an autopsy performed by Nueces County chief medical examiner Adele Shaker.
A complete autopsy report was generated by Dr. Shaker, having done, only a partial autopsy.
Postilnick explains what he found when he was asked to do a second autopsy by the family of a man who hanged himself in the Port Aransas jail in May of 2014.
The thyroid cartilage was there, and all the strap muscles and the thyroid gland were still attached to it. The strap muscles were unexamined. They were still in their normal anatomic position. They hadn't been dissected off. They hadn't been removed and examined.
Postilnick says if Shaker had performed a complete autopsy, then those parts of the body would have been dissected. We asked Shaker's attorney, Chris Gale, about those allegations.
They were taken out. They were put back into the body after being weighed, but they were not undissected at the time.
But Postilnick wasn't the only one who told the Rangers about concerns with Dr. Shaker.
My first memories of me being concerned about things is whenever I would see that Dr. Shaker would write down the weights of organs and we would not even pull them out.
In February of last year, the Rangers interviewed Bernardo Lopez, a senior autopsy technician supervisor for Nueces County. He says there were at least 10 times where Shaker wrote down the weights for organs he knew were not removed from their bodies.
Or what's to be gained from claiming the weight of an organ, yet not removing and weighing it?
I don't see any benefit from it, other than possibly expediting, which is something that he tries to do often.
Deputy Chief Medical Examiner Danica Adams made those specific allegations in an email to commissioners and Judge Barbara Canales 4 months earlier, shortly after she was fired at the end of her probationary period. That same month, the DA's office told Canales and the county attorney that Shaker was under investigation. We asked every commissioner and Canales about Adams' email. Only Precinct 4's Brent Chesney and Precinct 2's Joe Gonzalez decided to comment. Robert Hernandez wasn't a commissioner at the time the email was sent. Chesney says he doesn't remember Adams' email and says he was never told at the time about the investigation. Gonzalez didn't answer whether he got Adams' email, but did say he did not know about the DA's email until we showed it to him. But it's not just a breakdown in accountability on the county's part. In the state of Texas, different counties play by different rules.
We do not have any standards for medical examiners statewide, other than they be a licensed position.
Texas State Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa says it's time to change that. See, right now, Harris County is the only county required by the state of Texas to have a medical examiner.
So it's an issue we probably need to look into this coming session, whether or not we need to have much stricter standards and experience in requirements for being a medical examiner.
Taylor Alanis for 6 Investigates.
We did talk to some commissioners off camera who told us that they had every intention to fire Shaker, but were advised that if they did, the county could be sued because Shaker has filed a Family Medical Leave Act claim. We're told that Shaker claims that he's under extreme stress, but is still working. We have also learned that Shaker will receive full retirement benefits as of May 1st. The offer to new medical examiner Dr. Scott Lucy would have him start May 3rd should he accept that position.